In tonight's Health Edge, it's something we can't avoid. That's dust in our homes. But tonight, toxic chemicals that could harm your children may be lurking in those little particles.
Our Chief Health Editor, Dr. Partha joining us now. And how are these chemicals getting into the dust?
Yeah, it's important for me because I have two little kids that get in this stuff all the time. So 45 potentially harmful chemicals were identified in household dust that was collected throughout the United States. Now, these chemicals are used in many products like household cleaners, food packaging, cosmetics, fragrances, and personal hygiene products. They can also be found in baby products, furniture, and building materials. Researchers found, get this, 90% of the dust samples contained 10 harmful chemicals. So pretty eye-opening.
So what chemicals are we talking about, the top ones?
Yeah, so stuff you can't even pronounce. The number one chemical identified was diethylhexyl phthalate, or DEHP. It's bad stuff. It's a substance that can help make plastic more flexible and belongs to the hazardous phthalates class of chemicals. Next up on the list are the phenols, which are used in cleaning products, followed by flame retardants and highly fluorinated chemicals used in nonstick, like in Teflon stuff.
What are the health issues associated with all this?
So people say, what does that matter? Well, regular exposure to these multiple chemicals in dust can have serious health problems like cancer, reproductive problems, and also immune, digestive, and endocrine system problems. Also has been associated with children who often play on the floor, especially infants and toddlers. They have a significant risk for exposure. They often put their hands in their mouth, like my children, and then chew the toys and can easily pick up dust from the floors. They can experience respiratory problems, declining IQ, and hormone interference. So serious stuff here.
So what do you suggest we do, Doc?
So my prescriptions, I said to reduce exposure to harmful household dust. Here's what I'd like you to do. Make sure your vacuum has strong suction. Check it out and use it twice a week. Also use a vacuum with a HEPA filter, HEPA filter, as more dust and dirt get trapped in their bag. Also, please wash your hands frequently. Keep them from ingesting the toxins in your house dust. Also avoid products that are potentially harmful to your health due to chemicals.
How are the chemicals getting into the dust here?
That's an important question. So chemicals potentially get released and from the products into the air and then combined with dust. We get exposed to inhalation, so breathing in and ingesting and putting in their mouth in these tiny particles, and they also get absorbed through the skin. This is very serious, and people need to understand the damage the chemicals are doing to themselves and their kids.
You know, some cleaners, you spray them and they just smell so strong.
Exactly.
And then they're leaving their particles in dust.
Exactly. And on my Facebook Live, I talked about alternatives to those cleaners that you can do naturally, so please tune in.
Thank you, Doc.
You're welcome.
If you have a question for the doctor or health concern, email him at drnanny@wxyz.com or send it to us on Facebook or Twitter.